Sean Combs, better known as P Diddy, is recognized as a rapper, fashion and business mogul, one of the faces of black excellence and the perfect image of success. But underneath his clean image, there are reports of the rapper's dark side. From physical altercation to what some will say are unethical practices, there is a long list of individuals that have felt the rap of Mr.Love. But who are they? In this video, we'll explore some of the victims of the industry's biggest villain. I make videos on various topics, and if you like what you see, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already done so you don't miss any upcoming video. Bad Boy is possibly one of the most legendary labels in hip-hop. At its peak, he had a roster full of talented artists, which included B.I.G., Craig Mack, The Lox, Mace, just to name a few. But there is one name you probably never heard of: Kirk Burrows. Kirk is reported to be the godfather of P Diddy's son, Justin Combs, an ex-president and co-owner of Bad Boy ENT. Well, that was until he was forced by P Diddy to sign over his 25% ownership in Bad Boy ENT. In a lawsuit filed by Kirk, he alleged that in 1993, P Diddy, along with his attorney, threatened him with a baseball bat and forced him to sign his rights away.
Kenny had the briefcase with all the stock certificates in it, and Diddy had the bat. Not like, I'm gonna beat the out of you with the bat, but he had the bat like, man, we got to do this. This has to happen.
However, his claims in the lawsuit was dismissed in a court as the judge ruled that the allegations outlined in the suit were too old for the case to move forward. But years later, Kirk still maintained those claims, but whether they are true or not remains unknown, as they were never proven in court. If he was threatened by P Diddy, luckily he got away, because this was not the case for the next person on the list. In April 1999, P Diddy bust into the office of Interscope record executive Steve Stoute with two accomplices and attacked him. In an interview with LA Times, Steve said, "Punch me in the face and then grabbed the phone and bashed me in the head with it. 1 minute I'm in the middle of a meeting and the next minute I'm down on the floor. Puffy and his guys are kicking and pounding me. One of them picks up a chair and throw it at me. Then Puffy throws my desk over and they just walked out like nothing happened." According to sources, the action leading to the altercation with Combs was sparked by a dispute over Nas' music video, Hit Me Now, in which he made a cameo. Shortly before the video would air on MTV, P Diddy had second thoughts about a scene he helped conceive, in which he posed crucified to a cross, as it went against his belief at the time. But when the video aired on MTV, he was fuming. And on the 16th of April 1999, P Diddy was arrested on felony charges that he and two of his bodyguards assaulted Steve Stoute. As you guessed it, Diddy got away with it, but this was not the only start to the accusation that he walked away from.
So that whole situation happened. Puffy gets arrested.
Yeah.
Jimmy Iovine steps in.
In a way of, in a Godfather type of way, calling, like I remember him telling, talking about, Puffy, you can't be doing that. Man, no, whatever it is, you guys got to squash it out, blah, blah, blah. And same thing with Steve. Look, work this thing out of the, you're going to have to pay for this. Work it out with the lawyers for the damage. But after that, there's no need to take this any further, basically.
Because there was no lawsuit.
No. There was just like you said, a payoff.
Do you know how much Steve got paid off?
He got paid off well.
Millions?
You can say that.
On the 27th of December 1999, Diddy and his protege Shine and Jennifer Lopez attended a nightclub in Manhattan. Also in attendance was Matthew Scar. Scar was a notorious Brooklyn thug known for his young life of crime. However, during the course of the night, Puff and Scar got into a heated argument that ended with Scar or one of his friends throwing a wad of cash into Puff's face. As folks nearby scattered, customers screamed and shots rang out as Nathaniel Rubin was blasted in the face and two others were wounded.
I was shot in my face.
The allegations at the time were that Puffy had a gun and Shine was the one who used it. As expected, Diddy claimed his innocence.
Totally innocent.
Diddy and J-Lo and his bodyguards managed to escape, but eventually arrested on the road by the police. P Diddy was charged with possession of illegal firearms and bribery, but the accusations against Shine were more dire: gun possession, reckless endangerment, assault, and attempted murder. Shine's attorney admitted that he fired the gun, but it was in self-defense. innocent. However, Shine was found guilty and sentenced to 10 years in prison, while Diddy was acquitted of all charges in Work 3. In an interview with MTV, Shine stated that he believed P Diddy was working against him.
How do you call a witness to testify against your comrade?
In December 2014, while hanging out at Live Miami for DJ's Khaled The Temple birthday bash, Drake and Diddy became embroiled in a dispute that ended with words, "You will not disrespect me." According to TMZ, this happened over a song. Producer Boy Wonder had given both Diddy and Drake a song that was supposed to be recorded urgently. Diddy sat on the song, which frustrated Drake because he wanted to record it. Afterwards, Drake recorded the song on his own and it did well, which pissed Diddy off. At the time, sources close to Diddy said he confronted Drake, but Drake blew him off. And that's when Diddy said, "You will not disrespect me again," and he punched him in the face. And at the time, reports claimed that Drake was carried to the ER. And as per tradition, Diddy denied those claims.
I did not put hands on Drake.
Oh.
And I do not want any problems with Drake. Drake is, right now, that's all I got. That's all I have to say. He's putting in his work. I didn't do nothing to Drake. Drake is my friend.
So that was a total rumor.
This would not be the only rapper that P Diddy was rumored to have gotten physical with. Back in 2013, when J. Cole was a little more sociable and attended large functions with other celebrities, he got into a fight that quickly became famous. This fight involved the one and only P Diddy. In his album The Off Season, J. Cole addressed the rumored 2013 altercation with Diddy at the MTV Music Video Awards on the standout track Let Go My Hand. He rapped, "My last scrap was with Puff Diddy. Who would have thought it? I bought that man album in 7th grade and played it so much you would have thought my favorite rapper was Puff. Back then, I ain't know. Now, I know too much." On the 23rd of June 2015, merely 2 years after the J. Cole incident, history would repeat itself when TMZ reported the initial arrest after Diddy had a very interested conflict with his son's football coach, Lucy. Everything started when Lucy was being very demanding of his team's defensive back, Justin Combs, during strength and conditioning drills while Diddy bore witness, screaming, "I don't care if your dad is here. This is UCLA. I'm going to treat you like I treat everyone else," which will seem a fair thing to say, but not to P Diddy's son. According to sources, after practice, Diddy went into the coach's office and attacked him. The weapon that was used was a kettlebell. Ouch. Lucy escaped with a few scratches on his face. However, Diddy was later charged with 3 counts of assault with a deadly weapon, 1 count of making terrorist threats, and 1 count of battery.
Back to playing football?
Yes.
So, are you allowed to go to practices and stuff, or you just go to
No, I'm not. As I know right now, I'm not allowed.
You can't talk about that situation.
You can't
talk about
that.
Diddy may have a temper and a thing for getting away with violence, but the businessman is also shrewd as he is fierce. He's been accused of using people as stepping stones to get to greater heights, as 50 Cent vividly highlighted. A group that can testify to this is the Lox. At one point, they were the hottest group of rappers in the industry, but the highlight of their career quickly became the struggle to leave the label with their publishing rights. Bad Boy was moving into making radio-friendly music, while the Lox wanted to make hardcore rap music. They decided to leave the record label. However, their efforts to terminate their contracts were as useless as beating a dead horse. To add salt to injury, Diddy held their rights to their publishing and royalties. It means they barely were able to have enough money to afford lawyers and litigation to support their case legally. After struggling and staging many protests, the Lox finally broke free from Diddy and his record label after paying $3 million. But they didn't get their publishing rights until recently. For any songs the Lox made as a group or individually, a percentage of the royalties was still going to Diddy's pocket. Talk about a nightmare for any artist. But for Diddy, business is business. Another rising star that fell victim was Black Rob. Black Rob started to associate himself with the record label as early as 1996. He featured on many releases by popular artists such as Faith Evans, 112, Mace, even Diddy himself. In 1999, he dropped an album that crossed rap sales, and in the year 2000, he signed a huge deal to become one of Bad Boy's rising stars. That same year, he dropped a single that went to the Billboard Top 100 charts and became his biggest hit. It was reported reported, after he made hits and racked up cash for Diddy and his record label, Diddy found no use for him, and then he did not want to market his following projects. Afterwards, Black Rap's career went to a horrible spiral. After he turned to a life of crime, he struggled with homelessness and health problems. At the end, he sadly died of cardiac arrest after enduring multiple strokes in a short period of time. However, before dying, Black Rap made his final confession to reveal P Diddy's true nature to the world.
I mean, I've been dealing with this man for 5 years. 4 strokes. Man, I don't know what to tell you, man.
Craig Mack just happened to be one of Diddy's worst victims. Another young talent who was scouted by the Music Mogul, given a taste of success just to left him in the gutter as always. When you say opportunity, none came like it did for Craig Mack. His big break came when he met P Diddy for the first time outside the club, and he was asked to freestyle over Mary J's "You Don't Have to Worry" beat in exchange for a chance to sign with an upstart label, Bad Boy. After blowing Diddy's mind, he was placed on a song and the rest was history. Craig Mack was on top of the world, but his reign was cut short quickly. Diddy even announced it to the public that he and Craig would be recording another album together.
Yeah, definitely. We got a new album we're working on him to drop in January. Besides that, we about to just drop our R&B stuff.
The Puff Diddy album.
But you could see on Craig's face that he wasn't having it.
You know, next thing I know, money comes, you know, with this bullish mafia mentality with him and his goons and all that stuff like that. You know, talking about, yo, you know, you owe us an album. And I'm like, excuse me, my friends, but I don't owe you shit.
But as of recent, P Diddy has made efforts to give back the artists their publishing rights, but only in one condition.
I have to release him for any claims or wrongdoings or actions prior to the date of the release. I have to sign an NDA that I will never disparage Puff, Bad Boy, Janice Combs, or Justin Combs' music, or EMI, or Sony ever in public.
Alright guys, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Did I forget someone's name? Who do you think was badly treated by P Diddy? Let me know in the comment section below, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already done so. Alright, see you on the next one. Meow.